ready for another freezer meal workshop. So I've got a lot of cleaning to do and tying up some loose ends. But I'm like, oh no, and dinner's gonna be late. So I decided I'm gonna make it easier on myself. And since I'm gonna be doing a crock pot freezer meal workshop, why not do a crock pot freezer meal right now? And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a chicken pozole that is in our recipe box for these freezer meal workshops, and I'll let you know how we like it. I'm going to add one extra thing, I believe, just because I don't have the full amount of chicken thawed out. So that being said, we're going to do this great crock pot recipe. I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this recipe, so I'm anxious to try it. So if this inspires you to stay with me, go down in that About section down below, hit Show More, go over to my Facebook page, hit that like button over there, join in on that conversation, see who's posting what. And right next to that is my Wild Tree website, where you can go shop for all these products that I'll be using in this recipe, because this is a Wild Tree recipe. You can shop for them, you can look into becoming a rep and earning an extra income, or replacing one that you already have. That being said, let's go make this delicious crock pot recipe. Come on. So what we've got is a pretty easy recipe to put together. This actually goes together super fast, and you could put this all in a Ziploc freezer bag with the instructions on how to cook it in a double bag situation, and freeze this and thaw it out overnight. Put it in the crock pot in the morning on low and leave it, and you're ready for dinner. I'm going to have it in here for about 5 hours, so that's really all it takes. I've got 2 chicken breasts here that were on the bone and skin on. I took that all away. And then because I didn't have 2 pounds of chicken, and it calls for thighs, drumsticks, or breast, just remove the skin. I got this fajita seasoned chicken sausage, and so I'm going to supplement the chicken with this sausage. It calls for fajita seasoning, Wild Tree's fajita seasoning, garlic galore, 1 medium onion, a can of fire roasted mild diced chilies, and actually it calls for 2 cans, and so I replaced the other can with 3 Anaheim chilies out of my garden that I need to use, and a little bit of extra garlic, sweet garlic from the farmer's market. 2 cans of diced roasted tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes. Well, this one here, I opened it and it doesn't look diced at all. It looks like tomato sauce, so we'll see when we pour it in. So let me get this sausage cut up, and we're going to put this recipe together and get it cooking. All right, so now that we've got everything prepped, we're going to go ahead and start loading our crock pot. And I'm going to put the onions and garlic and chilies down first, because I think they add a little barrier for everything else to sit on. And I may end up adding a little bit of chicken stock to this as well. And I forgot to tell you about the 2 cans of, it calls for hominy, 2 15-ounce cans of hominy, but I couldn't find hominy in anything but a number 10 can size. So I don't need that much hominy. So now we're going to go ahead and add the green chilies. And here's the actually spicy red pepper fire roasted tomatoes, diced tomatoes. And this is the one that says diced. See right there, it says diced, but let's look and see. It's tomatoes. Well, I guess there's a couple chunks, but that's okay, because I was kind of concerned about this being too dry. So now I'm going to mix that up in here a little bit. Nice. Just so everything's incorporated pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add the Wild Tree's garlic galore. It calls for 2 tablespoons of this. This stuff is fabulous. It makes an amazing dip. I use it anytime I need garlic, and you want a really delicious garlic flavor, this is it. And then I've got my fajita seasoning. You want 2 tablespoons of that. And this is what I use to spice up my coleslaw, and some yogurt, Oh my goodness, instead
now
of
we've got
mayonnaise.
this. Oh, it already smells good. Now I'm gonna nestle those little sausages right down, and I just sliced them into coins. They'll let off some moisture even though they're really low fat as well. They are a chicken sausage. It's got peppers and all kinds of good stuff. Let's get those mixed in. And I am going to probably add some chicken stock, a can maybe of chicken stock. Let's do that right now. I'm just going to fill up one of my tomato sauce cans, or diced tomatoes, and get all the, I want a full can of that. Because I want to serve this, I believe I want to serve it over rice, but we'll see. Okay, so we've got organic chicken stock. Yum. 2 cans of, you could use any kind of beans you want, but I'm using garbanzo beans, and you could use black beans, you could use anything. And this right here is a complete meal, for sure. Okay, now I'm going to put the chicken breast down, and we're going to kind of nestle those down in there so they kind of are submerged in that juiciness. And there you go. That's a delicious crock pot meal for 4 to 6 people, maybe even 8. This will serve. And honestly, the shopping list, everything that you do for these meals, it works out to be about $2.50 a serving. So that's a huge savings. I'm going to go ahead and pop my lid on, and I'll bring you back in about 5 hours. All right, guys. Okay, you guys are going to love this. As I was putting the recipe away, I realized that it called for 2 carrots cut up into 1/2-inch pieces. So I put the carrots in there, and now we can go away. You know, it calls to cook this on high for 3.5 hours, or on low for 5 to 7 hours. You could probably go even. And I'm going to be ready for dinner in about 4.5 hours. So we're going to go high for a while, and then we'll turn it down because I'm home. All right, guys. We'll see when it's done, I promise. The end result is finally here. This has made my house smell absolutely amazing. So I've got some shredded cabbage. You can serve this a variety of ways. You can serve it with chips, you could serve it with radish slices and some cabbage. That's kind of the traditional way. Gives you a little added crunch in there. And I've just got some Savoy cabbage there. I also like to put a little lime wedge down and squeeze that lime right over the top. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to try this. It's screaming hot, but doesn't that look delicious? Oh. So let's give it a try. And I put my own little spin on this a little bit because of the lack of chicken. The sausages are new, and instead of using hominy, I'm using chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So look at that. It's got this piece of sausage. Oh, good Lord. That is delicious. Wow. So good. What a nice, comforting meal. All the peppers and tomatoes, and here's some chicken breast. Gotta have some more of that. I really like that lime down on there too. Let's put some more juice. And we'll taste that chicken with some carrot and peppers. Whoop, and see how I like that. Outstanding. What a great meal. What a delicious fall to winter stew. I feel like this is a stew more than a soup. And you could do this a variety of ways. My girlfriend over at Just for Sweets, Michelle, did this over what did she do? Cornbread pancakes. And she put it over that because it was a little thick. So you can go over there and watch that video. I'll put a link in the description box below, and go over and subscribe to her channel if you would. She's a great cook. She does a lot of really yummy sweet desserts and treats for the holidays. So you'll be sure and subscribe to her channel. And if you like pozole, you will love this version of it, and I hope that it brings you back. I hope you subscribe. I hope that if you like this, you give me a thumbs up. You go over to my Facebook page and like that page, and maybe share it on your Facebook page, so I keep bringing them back. Okay, the next recipe is going to be amazing, so I can't wait to see you next time. All right, guys.